Hi, I'm Kelly. Welcome to my channel, Homemade Taste in a Tiny Space. Today we'll be making pumpkin bread with icing with the ingredients on the table. I've already got my oven preheated to 350 degrees, and I'll be right back with all these ingredients pre-measured for our recipe. We have 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of packed brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1/8 teaspoon of cloves. We have 1 tablespoon of baking powder. We have 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. 1 cup of canned pumpkin puree, 2 eggs, 1/2 cup of milk, and the recipe calls for 1/3 cup of shortening, and I'm substituting for 1/3 cup of coconut oil. I love using coconut oil in my recipes. Now we're going to be taking only 1 cup of our flour and putting it in our bowl, and we're saving this until the end. And then our other dry ingredients are cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg. Now our baking powder, baking soda, and salt. And then our 1 cup of brown sugar. And we're going to go ahead and mix those together, combine them until blended. Now all the dry ingredients are combined and mix up this leftover flour that we have here. And now we're just going to add our wet ingredients. Our pumpkin puree. No particular order. Our eggs. And now our coconut oil, or shortening if you prefer. And our 1/2 cup of milk. Now we're going to beat our mixture on low speed for 2 minutes and then on high speed for 2 minutes. Now on high speed for 2 minutes. And now this is when we dump in our remaining flour and mix well. And again, we'll probably start off on low speed so the flour doesn't go everywhere. It's looking good. I'm going to grab my spatula to scrape down the sides here. Oops. Looking good to me. We'll be right back because as you can see, I have a tiny kitchen, so I'm just going to clean up this area and put our batter into our bread pan. Okay, I got my bread pan ready. You want to grease your bread pan. And now we're just going to pour in our batter. Goodness, I didn't realize how hard this was to hold the bowl and get it in there like that. Thanks. Try to get out some more of this delicious batter if I can. Just kind of level it off. Okay, our batter is ready to go into the oven at 350 degrees for 60 to 65 minutes. Remember at 30 minutes to rotate your pan so your bread cooks evenly. And we're going to check it around the 60-minute mark to see how the bread is doing. I see I have these. I'm just going to try to flatten this. I don't know. I guess I'm being weird about it. Kind of flatten it out a little bit more. Okay, now I'm going to put it into the oven. And we're going to set our timer for 60 minutes. And now we'll be making our powdered sugar icing for our pumpkin cake. And the ingredients will be 1 cup of powdered sugar, which I've already sifted, 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla, and we're going to gradually add in some milk depending on how thick or thin you would like your icing. Vanilla, just kind of pour that in there. We're going to start off with 1 tablespoon of milk. And you're not supposed to do this because, you know, if you have an accident and you pour too much milk in there, you can't take it out. But I'm going to do it anyway. Ooh, that was good. I got it right. Now we're going to mix this on low speed. It's mixed, but I'm going to add some more milk because, yeah, that's no good. So I'm going to start off with a teaspoon of milk. Start off with a teaspoon because if you put too much in, you can't take it out. Well, I guess you could add more powdered sugar. So I think I'm going to do 2 teaspoons. Looks good. I think that looks great for our icing for our pumpkin bread. Okay, we're at the 30-minute mark and we're just going to rotate our pan. Looks good. Okay, our timer's going off, so now we're going to check our pumpkin bread. Smells good in here. It's a shame that I don't have a wooden skew to poke down in there to check it, so I'm going to have to use just a regular kitchen knife. It looks good to me. It'll continue to cook while it's cooling down. So now we just have to wait for it to cool down before we add our icing. Okay, we're ready to frost our pumpkin cake. As you can see, I just put some wax paper over my decorative plate. So after we put our icing on and it's on there, we can carefully take off our wax paper to have a clean plate and we won't have icing all over the plate. Stir it up here. And just drizzle it over our pumpkin cake. There you go. Here's our beautiful pumpkin bread with our powdered sugar icing. I hope you try this recipe. It's really delicious.